I can't go and start dissing. Who's running this country now?
Alright, so welcome to another episode of Jump Off TV UK's Behind the Scene, the #1 weekly debate show where we like to come together, get tastemakers in the UK music industry together and debate about certain topics that are taking place within the music scene. Today, I'm going to be posing a question to all of these loudmouths behind me, as you can see right behind me in the corner. What is the #1 power collective in the UK?
It gets common though.
Alright, listen, shut up about all of that rubbishness now, yeah? We're gonna debate about the #1 power collective in the UK.
Us, man.
Who's us, man?
Roll Deep.
Why?
Because Wiley and his 7 personalities started everything. No, real talk. Let me just check it deep. Why I say Wiley ×7 years? Because, okay, look, obviously started grime, whatever. Roll Deep, Boy Better Know come from Roll Deep. All this, and then that goes on to be Skepta, which goes on to be like Jammer, which goes on to be most Dizzy. All that started from my man and his personalities. So it's Wiley. He's the most power collective because he started all of it. So yeah, that's how I'm going.
Does anyone agree or disagree that Roll Deep are the #1 power collective?
Well, don't say Roll Deep like that because I don't know what attacking me. But I'm just trying to say, why I say Roll Deep because that was Wiley's first crew. Like I would say more Wiley, not us, man. I'm not gonna chat shit like we done best. It's more his brain. But Page Go was he was. Page Go wasn't his thing, that's why he started Roll Deep, do you know what I mean? But it was more Wiley's brain than anything.
You can't say Wiley and his 7 personalities is a power collective.
Yeah,
like,
no, Wiley as a collective himself, if you're talking about...
Himself,
yeah, no, I understand.
You can slightly say that.
Because is a collective just a group of people or is it a group movement?
In terms of a collective, and like times obviously now gone by and we've seen who is who and the wheat and the chaff and whatever, I've got to say I've got to say I've got to give them their dues.
If you're talking about past tense or current, then you know you're talking about 2 different generations, 2 different crews. So I would say like, you know, past tense, power collective, hands down So Solid crew. To this day I still believe in that, strength in numbers. Look at what they did. The rest is history.
The only reason I disagree with that, is because they're not still here now.
Well, but they've come back after the reunion tour. So hang on. It's
okay,
So Solid.
Actually, the Top Boy thing, I hear that, but apart from that, what? Today, are you listening to So Solid tunes?
They got a couple tunes.
They got a couple. Yeah.
What tunes?
UK hot with it.
Yeah. That's alright. That's right.
It's not bad.
What So Solid did,
not bad.
Rushed or something.
No, what So Solid did is they showed that you can be chart toppers and not compromise.
Yeah, no, they're the realest for that. I'm not trying to.
You could argue as well that they kind of, if you like, they came before you.
Yeah, no, I know.
So for me, I feel like they kind of inspired. So,
but we're saying like the most. Are we not saying for today? I'm just trying to say. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Are we saying for like who's the most the
powerhouse collective
up to now?
So,
or do you mean?
Yeah, it can be still running, or it can be the one that you think's had the most impact in the music industry.
So Solid. Like you said, they got to the top without compromising.
And
they run everything.
Like the media,
but then you can.
Way.
I think we need another So Solid. But I think if So Solid were here now, they could probably move independent. Rather, you know, because they had that power. They had that power. They had the streets.
They are actually still here. I mean, like.
No, but what I'm
saying, I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and also they were influential. Can I to kind of demonstrate how influential they are as well? When they had their first show at the Indigo, there was.
I was there.
Right.
I was going mad.
Did you not feel the energy in that place? Like, it was crazy.
In terms of being a power collective, I know Wiley's not a collective, he brings people through, but I definitely would say Wiley and So Solid have stood the test of time.
Wait, someone else who was there was Fonts. Fonts was hosting the damn thing.
Oh, I was trying to. I was over trying to. Hashtag humble. Anyways, the impact that So Solid have had and still having is crazy because I think standing on that stage and seeing the Indigo 2 sold out, considering they put out a record in however long and everybody's gone off and done this, that and the third. Some people done good things, some people done corny stuff, whatever. But when I looked out and I saw the balcony and the bottom floor full and I saw people from the 90s, I saw people in real Averexes, fake Averexes, I was like,
there was raw
wow! There was definitely denim raw blues,
old, it was a mixture of everyone. It was crazy. So for them to come back after how many years and to put on that show, I've never seen anything like that. So I have to give them their props.
For real.
But they don't have that kind of cultural impact though beyond. I think that was a London thing, and they did a tour, didn't they?
Yeah.
Around it, but I can't see. I'm looking for the next
movement.
Yeah.
Well, there's like
could be uncompromising. Do you know what I mean?
There's Play Dirty. You got Play Dirty. You're creating a good movement.
Boy Better Know.
Disturbing London.
Yeah and no.
One thing that Boy Better Know did though with the t-shirts, they got everyone gassed on the whole fashion thing. So that's a major
merchandise. They were the championship.
Lethal B's doing that with Dench.
But you could also argue before then, Tinchy Strider done that with Star in the Hood.
Boy Better Know was before Star in the Hood.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but Tinchy got his deal because he got his deal, and he got the to go further, you know, like in shops and all that. But Jamie and them man started the t-shirts first. Definitely started the t-shirts first.
And I see man bootlegging them in the Sunday market as well. That's when you knew it was gone.
And they bootlegged Star in the Hood as well.
Yeah.
But they definitely
that shows you
they were flexing because Boy Better Know is a movement. You don't forget they're not signed. They don't have. They've never been signed.
Them as well. They've never been signed, and for them to that's an amazing impact there for them to make all that money to kind of capitalize.
Really do
everything from the merchandising to their songs, their tours. That is a proper movement.
That's a real movement, and they all individually strong.
K, however you do K, Boy Better Know. And the reason for that is because I feel like they've created the biggest type of heat for a musical collective group to come out of the UK urban music scene. From when you've got your own telephone network, and you've got that reach there, whether that's successful or not, you have to rate them. So for me, and it's not because I'm just rating them just for having a mobile network, but from everything from the clothes to the tracks to the music to the DJs to the nights to the clashes to JME, like Skepta, like they've created a footprint that I don't think can be replicated again for the UK urban music scene.
Can you actually be a power collective now? Because are you that powerful if someone else is controlling you?
No, but no one can control Boy Better Know. I think that's why.
Not Boy Better Know, but in terms of like, if these are all music crews and they're all signed to labels, then
Boy Better Know aren't signed.
Dictate to them. But So Solid was signed, Roll Deep was signed.
I think So Solid was signed. It was a different time. It was a different time. I think if So Solid came through now, they wouldn't have to sign. And I think that's why Boy Better Know.
They don't have to say it because they're showing.
They're a brilliant blueprint for the
But I swear they weren't signed to a major.
No, Relentless.
Relentless.
They were signed to Relentless. When they come out with their album, it was Relentless, isn't it? But alright, so from the conversation you're saying So Solid and Boy Better Know. So if it's So Solid crew versus Boy Better Know, what one would you think is a better
We'd have
collective?
to go with So Solid right now because
I don't feel like better is the right word. It's they came at two different times as well, so to say better would be unfair to both of them.
And I would say obviously right now Boy Better Know got more relevancy. Consistent records, charting, unchart, like
Whereas So Solid, they've got a history. They come with a story, the legacy. They've got fans from way back, and there's like an emotional attachment there.
Yeah, so we spoke about the power collectors thing. I mean, it was an interesting conversation. It's interesting to hear what Manga had to say. Considering he was actually part of Roll Deep and part of Wiley's movement. I mean, I pretty much agreed with what people were saying. I think Wiley and the different crews that he's been affiliated with, probably the strongest. Boy Better Know, it's so key just because of their independence, not having to rely on labels. I mean, for me, I'm just looking at who's coming next. Merkins Cartel.
So what, Boy Better Know them?
Well, then maybe that's why it's worked in Boy Better Know's favour, because they're not signed, whereas So Solid were.
A lot of kids are skipping out that whole crew thing, that whole. They're skipping that mode. I know it's bad. It's very bad.
Go on, finish your point there.
That's what I'm saying, because I want to see that new burst of young energy that doesn't give a fuck, but they can run their own shit and tell the corporates give them.
You've got certain people like that coming. You've got Invasion Alert from Birmingham as well. They're doing their thing. So there's a few
people that do that, can't say.
But Sneakbot is making pop music though. But like everyone, like when you talk to underground artists, everyone's under this pressure to make a #1 hit, but you're not signed. So who's putting pressure on you? You just feel like you're obliged to do that. But really and truly, you should be doing like what Wiley, Tinchy, Tiny.
It's a different time, because don't forget, like now you're seen more. Put it like this. If people see me on the bus, thinking, oh, you're just broke, they're never gonna respect what I'm saying. It sounds stupid, but they don't respect the hustle as much as before. They want you to have P and have stuff that you're talking about instantly.
Look, if you listen to someone like Michael Jackson, he might have his little Black or White or Heal the World, but at the same time, on the same album, he'll still have his Dangerous. Who is it? DS. Man was dissing the district
attorney. Michael Jackson, though. He can do what he wants.
That's a next time, fam. The same way how Drake can go and diss Obama or Jay-Z we'll talk about that thing with Obama. That's Jay-Z. I can't go and start dissing. Who's running this country now?
David Cameron.
Cameron still. Yeah. Okay, Cameron. I can't be dissing him. That ain't gonna get played nowhere. So
I said, what did I say? I would have never Matt D's. I would have never ransacked Matt D's. I would have kidnapped MPs. Yeah. And we couldn't. I didn't say I was gonna do that. I said that's what you should have been doing because you're pissed off at the authorities. Yeah. That's what you should go for, not trying to steal trainers or whatever. Yeah. And that couldn't get played for that very reason.
That's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying about, but you have to when you get to there. Like obviously Michael Jackson was a boss.
But you know what? There was a line, because like I said earlier on, like there's nothing in the music industry right now apart from the people that are championing their own things, the Boy Better Knows, the Play-Dohs, all the rest of it that are doing their thing. The music industry doesn't really inspire me right now. I'm not inspired, no way, shape or form.
While he's doing his thing, like I know he's not 8 people like them that are trying to stay outside, but at the same time, he can't be shut down, innit? The same way you couldn't shut down Michael, you know what I mean? You couldn't shut down Janet.
We're going through a climate in music now where it's like they're saying, well, it was about making good music, but now it's more about a plan of action and some sort of marketing scheme behind you, whether you're independent or whatnot. Music's like 4th or 5th on the list.
Trust me.
Yeah. Wiley come out, has made incredible music, like, you know, time and time and time again. And he said a line the other day. I was listening to radio and I said something, and I haven't had an outburst like this in years. And I banged the ceiling and I said, I love that. He said a line. He said, I'm basically, words to this effect, I got successful off of a sound that I will not be pursuing.
Yeah, that's on his new
single. And I said, fucking hell. Most people would find a formula and run with that. And be like, he said, nope. He said, no, look, I chart, look, 3 major chart records, but let me get back to this grime thing and get some other new blood and all the rest of it. And I was like,
legacy.
But I love, but that shows power. Yeah. That shows.
So, would you all agree that Wiley could be seen as a power collective for the UK music scene on his own?
Yeah. 100%. Because he's so out of control as well, no one can really control him. Like, his own label can't control him. If he wants to leak the album, he'll leak the album. Like radio can't control him. If he sends us a tune with swearing on it, we're still gonna play it. Like if do you know what I mean? No one can really say, oh, don't listen to Wiley, don't let Wiley tour. Or do you know what I mean? He does what he wants to do.
You know what? That just means that Wiley knows himself. Like he's like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do, and if I feel like making grime music, I'll make it. If I feel like making pop, I'll make it. A lot of artists won't do that. As you said, they'll just stick to one thing. Okay, that's working for me. Let me keep doing that. And then record companies will be like, okay, that sold X amount of records, so we need to find an exact copy of that.
But they do say that to him as well.
And they're just there to ride a wave. And Wiley's like, I'm here to create a wave, I'm here to jump on anyone's thing.
Off the back of what you're saying, I think it all starts with the artist, you know, what is in your heart? What do you want really? Do you want to be successful and be on, you know, the T4s and X Factors, like live final performing, or do you want to make music for people that love it?
3 that I can definitely agree with. Obviously one is So Solid, the other one is Roll D, and then it's the Boy Better Know. I think they're a power collective for different reasons, and they all kind of, it's kind of weird how they all kind of bounce off each other, which I think is great. So you've got, if you like, So Solid, the Forefathers, then you've got kind of Roll Deep, and then you've got Boy Better Know crew, but they're all, you can't really compare them because they're products of their time. You've got Boy Better Know who aren't signed, you've got Roll Deep who were signed, and you've got the head of that, which is Wiley, and you've got all these different artists that have actually come from that. And then you've got So Solid who kind of inspired all of these kind of groups to pop off, if you like. So for me, they kind of all stand on their own for different reasons.
You know, it's really what's in the artist's heart, because everyone always talks about the labels did the labels did that. But it's you giving yourself to the label, and I think people are forgetting.
Yeah, it's hard.
A lot of people mad talented, sick, make true music that they love, and no one will show them no love.
Because you have to make people give a fuck, though. That's at the end of the day, that's it.
But what do you want to be? Like, say someone like Tia Marie, but she had her vocals, had some piece of sex appeal or whatever, like she all nice or whatever, did everything she had to do. Nobody cares,
because who is she? Who is she as a person? I like Rihanna and all them people because I know what they're about. She's mad, she's Instagram flexing, doing stuff. You need to know who the person's about. Like you said,
but even in the UK though, there's UK examples where like if your time is up, like
put it like this.
So that's because they're within the label.
Exactly. Structure. I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna get bad content. Someone like Tiny, Tiny, like his new stuff. I don't like Trampoline. I don't like Cloud in the Sky, whatever it's called. I don't like that either. But I heard there's one thing called Sell Out. It's Nang. But what I'm trying to say is that people don't know him yet. People like his music. It's, okay, furthermore, let's do it with us. See, with Good Times and Green Light.
Yeah.
I could walk down the street. We had 2 #1s. I could walk down the street calm. No one knew who we were. They liked the music. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't know what you're about, that's why you can just go away like that. Do you know what I mean? We've gone away, not gone away like the chart thing, because people didn't know Roll D. They didn't know who Mango was, Scratchy was. They didn't know the background, nothing. But they liked the music. So if you're not, like you say with Team Marie, you can have a good song or good whatever. If people don't know who you are, they don't care. If you're talking about who started it and who was the father for it, definitely So Solid. Like there's no question about it. Do you know what I mean? Because of the heights they reached. If we're talking about who's around today, then I would say someone like Boy Better Know as well, or maybe, and closely just behind that, what are they called? Play Dirty as well, because like the way they orchestrate, well, they got the amount of fans they got, the amount they sell stuff. But the reason I say Boy Better Know more, because they've done tours, they've charted, all their members are individually strong, and they sell a lot, and they're known a lot, and they do a lot as a team and a part as well. So I'll say Boy Better Know. The new generation is a fickle generation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whereas So Solid, okay, sound like a twat, but like going back to what they were saying, they came out at a time where when I was watching an interview and like Megan was saying, you know, it was overwhelming to know that we beat Robbie Williams in the chart, and this was at a time where people said, all right, hold on, I've got my Job Seekers, right, I'm going HMV, I'm just at $1.99, boom, give me that. Like, however many thousands of people bought that and made them go to #1, and at a time where it was really, and for me, like I said, no disrespect, there's 2 things I say. If I was to go #1 in this day and age, I don't think I'd be happy and proud, but it's not the same as going #1 when it was a #1. Like when you sat down and you watched Top of the Pops and you saw Bryan Adams at #1, or take that, or Michael. I remember I saw Michael Jackson go #1. Yeah, I was shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, like. Because everyone can lack too many different, but we've done it. We've done it. We go, yeah, 6, and then 3 weeks later, what have you lot done lately? What do you mean, fun?
That was 3 weeks ago.
We had the longest #1 of 2000. We was on the #1 for the longest for 2010 of everyone in the whole UK. But by the next 2 weeks, our booking fees going down, man, and look at us like, what have you not done? So fam, what, we can't just rest on that for a little while now? There's because people will just lack too many different things.
I'm the voice behind the camera. I'm there during the debates, not just on the confessionals on the stairs. And if you do want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
We're coming for your neck right now, 1Extra. I want to see what you've got.
But they could have put an E on the name or something.